yeah. Lee Lambert again, ladies and gentlemen. It was great. Thank you, sir. It was really, really great. Elena, I'm learning a lot from your community today, you know?
Just wait to see the benefit of it.
Really? Listen now, I already know that are like different ways to lead a project. I heard you call those methodologies. Isn't that right? Or?
Methodology?
Yeah? Yeah?
Okay, you just deserve a point for this honest effort.
A red point? A special one?
A special one.
Okay, thank you. So now I can even present our next speaker with a true bit of understanding. His name is Frank Tassone, ladies and gentlemen, and he's coming to us with a true story of how the implementation of the discipline Agile project turned out. Please, applause for Frank Tassone. Hello, sir. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So you can hear me?
Welcome.
Everything's good? Great. So, I must enjoy this moment. 1 second only. Yeah, thank you. So actually, good morning together. I'm really appreciate that I can be here on this stage today with all of you together. 850 interested people. That's really fantastic. But before we start, I will only try one thing together, that we are talking now about wow. You know what wow is? It's great, it's fascinating, it's good, it's fantastic. So if I ask you, Sophia, how are you? You must answer wow. Let's try it. Okay, good morning, Sophia, how are you? Wow. Fantastic. And maybe between the presentation, I also will ask you, maybe, what is this? And then you have to say, wow. Okay, let's try. What is that? Wow. Fantastic. Okay. So that was the first icebreaker also for me. That's really important. So I'm a little nervous to come really directly after Lee Lambert. Yeah? It's for us, and we know us since many years. Actually, I have only a quarter of a century of project management experience. Lee, okay, so I have not the experience as you made, but we meet us sometimes on conferences wherever in the world. Actually, I'm so happy to be here right after we spoke at December in Las Vegas, last week in Istanbul at the Agile PMO Summit, and what I find here, it's amazing. It's amazing what the PMI Bulgaria chapter team prepared here, how they really served us. That is, for me, a fantastic experience and a good example of servant leadership also. I'm quite sure, and in my opinion, today, and we will verify it, and we can verify it only at the end of the year, because in my opinion, today you broke the record for the PMI chapter events in Europe. I know a lot. I come from Germany, but I'm quite sure, and that is, what is that? Wow. Fantastic. So we will see this on the end of the year. I will propose this, and maybe then I can also, we can party of it. So I will also give the feedback to PMI directly. I have good contacts to the board. Pierre Leman, I had a dinner together in Las Vegas. It was really cool. And we must define a new category. Maybe, Lee, you can help us. For the PMI Chapter Event Award. In my opinion, there's no PMI Chapter Event Award, and then you can apply for this award at the end of this year. The other thing that I'm really happy that I am the second speaker, because there are coming so amazing speakers after me. So I am here actually now after Lee. I cannot top the speech of Lee, of course. So I have prepared something, and we will go deeper, little deeper in. So I have prepared about 250 PowerPoint slides for you. Yeah? So then we will see. Then we will go really deep in the theoretical of discipline Agile. I'm only joking. I try to edutain you, and actually I will say something about me. I expected that I will get introduced from the moderators, from the facilitators. So I will only say, and I will not bore you with my CV, because to explain it, more than 25 years of project management experience in the world, I think we have not enough time. I was really impressed about the figures we got before the onboarding, then actually here for the PMI Bulgaria Summit. And I said, how can I give value to 850 participants here in this audience? I feel so small against really this invest of your lifetime you are making here now today with us together. I calculated something. Wow, what would this be cost? If we calculate maybe an average fee for 1 hour consulting from you. Yeah. So I don't know how to give back you the value you invest here with all of you together, but I will try this. Actually, I come from Germany. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm not a native speaker, so that I will try to speak really fluently. But I'm half Italian, so I have from both parts. I got only the best from Italian side and the best from the German side. So that's why I was. The other thing is that, and I think we can all share this together. The passion for project management, the passion to educate, the passion to coach, the passion to train. I started Albion Education, my startup 5 years ago. Actually, we have the 5th birthday this year. And we started to give back, first to give back something to the people, to communities, and to the most important target group. But I saw, and this time I was PMI Vice President from PMI Germany chapter for universities and school, and I would verify and show everyone project management is childlike, and in these times, virtual reality is childlike. What we made, we started with a startup with a small team, and we trained over 1 year 12-year-old kids from the secondary school in project management to build with them as project management junior trainers. And not with childlike project management, with the project management regarding the PMI process maps, it's the ISO 21500. Then, on the end of this project, these kids, 12-year-olds, presented in virtual reality space in other schools in Germany, where we sent the glasses to the other schools, presented them project management. What is project management? That was really fantastic project. It was the beginning of our company, the beginning of our journey. In this year, we get awarded with the 2nd place from the International Project Management Innovation Award, with the 1st place on the the 1st place on the award from the German Ministry of Economy. And we showed the world what is digital education. So I hope you can see my passion for this, for education and training. I also lecture at Frankfurt University since many years. And I trained, not as Lee, but I trained only 4,000 project managers in the last 25 years. I hope that I could inspire some of them with the passion of project management. Actually, now we are in Europe, the first PMI Premier ATP and the first discipline Agile consulting partner from PMI. Actually, after 5 years, I'm really proud that we have the largest discipline Agile expert team outside of North America, and there we are really proud of. So, but nevertheless, let's see what we will talk about now. Of course, I have not brought you 250 PowerPoint slides, and we will not talk about theory. We will talk about practice. I would show you one case, one project of us from last year. I presented also in Las Vegas on the global conference in December. So first of all, I would really clarify that this project success is not based on my work. It's based on the teamwork from our coaching team, from our instructors, and from our project leaders and project teams from the customer side. I only have initiated it. I only configured the whole coaching package for this customer. But on the end, the success came from the team itself. We trained and coached 4 teams from our customer. It's Whirlpool, the Whirlpool Corporation from North America. It's the largest kitchen manufacturer nearly in the world. And as a small German startup, they chose us 2 years ago as preferred partner for this coaching project that we are really proud of. We had 4 teams with team members from India, from China, from North America, from South America, from Europe, Middle East, and Africa. The 4 project teams were responsible for budget and product development for more than $100 million. So the senior management gave us the trust to work in production with the teams of the most important projects. That was really important for us and also important for the teams because they had a lot of challenges behind. So on the end, I hope that you understood what is discipline agile, what means wow, and that you can see how to start with discipline agile. I brought also some testimonials. We have some short video clips, so we have a little more medias and entertaining, so that I have not to speak 45 minutes. Actually, my students know this, that I can speak also 8 hours per day, and that's why at home I have nothing to speak. So that's only on the stage. That's important for us. So, but before starting with the case itself, what are the major challenges today? The major challenges for every industrial sector. Actually, we saw it in the last years. And also Bojana explained it. VUCA world. Thank you that you explained VUCA. What is behind? Behind is the fast-changing environment. Actually, we are working since a few years with pharmaceutical and biotech companies with discipline agile. It was needed a mindset change. Actually, the average duration to develop a medicine therapy against cancer needed in the past about 10 to 12 years. More than 1 decade to develop such a medicine or product. And now they have to produce in 3 to 6 months a new vaccine. You can understand what that was for this industry to change processes, regulation, and many other things. It was very interesting in the early times, the first, second year of Corona, we had about 40% of all our business was with pharmaceutical companies. We trained Johnson & Johnson and some others. Yeah? And that's interesting. On the end, it's not longer the question, why agile? If agile? That's not the question. Or what to do? Or when? It's not the question when. How fast? And how to apply this. This is important. We need to achieve really the business agility to adapt the organization really fast on the changing circumstances. It was not only Corona. We had so many crises in the last year, so I never saw in my short life, I don't know, I'm 54, and now you know it, I'm 54. You joked me, yeah? He said, oh, there's someone who is older than me. Fantastic, yeah? Good. And now we will see really that we must adapt, the organizations must adapt, that they can survive. If not, if they cannot adapt organizations on the circumstances, on the changes around, they will die as the dinosaurs. That's important. And now we will see one example how to implement discipline agile or how to implement agile practices. It's independent, and I will see I will explain it also later. It's independent approach for some project, and that's quite sure. The predictive approach may be the best approach in this situation. You cannot manage everything with Scrum. Scrum is developed for software development, and that's it. That fits fantastic. So actually, we need a broader knowledge base, to choose in this situation, in the context we are facing of the right practices for the success of the products and projects. Actually, we are speaking in discipline Agile only about products, but what is the first step from every new product? It's a project, sorry. Yeah? It's like it is. Now I have a short video clip for you. It's 1 minute 40 seconds to see and to learn what is also wow. And let's start it. Choose your way of working.
Disciplined Agile is a hybrid of the world's leading practices and methods that provides straightforward guidance to enable you to choose your way of working. It's a people-first, learning-oriented, hybrid Agile toolkit that will enable you to effectively combine strategies from Scrum, Agile modeling, extreme programming, Kanban, Agile data, SAFe, and many other sources, so you can tailor and scale based on the situation you face. You'll be able to look beyond prescriptive Agile frameworks and get better results and reach true business agility faster. How does it all work? It all starts with process goals. Process goals are high-level process outcomes. Things like improving quality, coordinating activities, or exploring the initial scope of a project. To make a change, simply select the process goal most closely aligned with the change you want or need to make. Each of these process goals is elaborated by a process goal diagram. Process goal diagrams are visual depictions of the aspects, which Disciplined Agile calls decision points. You need to think through about the goal and several options to choose from. Each will have its advantages and disadvantages. To examine these advantages and disadvantages, Disciplined Agile provides option descriptions and trade-offs tables. With Disciplined Agile, instead of failing faster, you'll have the decision support to help you succeed sooner.
I think some of you saw it already, and actually that is in only 1.5 minutes. It's the sense of, or the philosophy of Discipline Agile. It's choose your wow, it's choose your way of working. So what you learned, the wow, it's great, fantastic, but here, way of working means the abbreviation wow. That's what Discipline Agile is. And I cannot say it enough, it's not a framework. Discipline Agile is a toolkit with many practices, with really fantastic practices, methods, instruments from the traditional world, from the Agile, hybrid, from really the good practices what we need to apply. It has more than 1,800 practices, so not be shocked. Nobody, also the inventors and developers, Scott Embler, Mark Lyons, don't know every practice what is described. So we use Discipline Agile as a toolkit, and actually to say, this I think was the first time PMI gives something for free. It is for free. It's the DA browser. The whole toolkit is for free. You can find it on that pmi.org DA browser. You can use it to work with your teams. You can use it as an assessment. Really, you can use all the DA browser to make assessments on the maturity of your teams, for example. So it's really fantastic toolkit, but nothing more. Yeah, you must know how to apply this. You must know, you have to decide then with your teams together what would be the good practice in this situation you should apply. I cannot apply high mature practices with the team what already started with Agile. Yeah, so maybe we must apply a less mature practice with this team, but 6 months later, we can apply the next higher practice with a higher maturity. And this is really so fitting also my approach and also my requirements for such a toolkit. We are using it since a few years, and that's why I'm here to show you then the practice case where we started. The beginning of the journey was 21 at Whirlpool. We started to train people from Whirlpool also in 21 and from North Italy. They started the journey then also to, they understood we have to change something. Yeah? We have to accelerate the time to market, the speed of the product development, of course. The complexity is extremely high. Yeah? They have about thousands products with a product development unit with product team members, about 4,000 product team members. Yeah? So it's really complex in their situation. Then the beginning of the journey was also that they started with a different team to introduce them in Agile. Was a lot of project managers, what they trained, PMPs. I think they had about 80 PMPs, yeah, and on the end, they said, okay, we can do this. We can do this in a traditional, lean, and really project and process-oriented organization, a worldwide organization. Then they came to a point that they said, okay, we understood Agile with the trained PMPs, actually, but now let's do this really more professional to implement this discipline Agile with the project teams itself. Then they understood also, okay, there are so many examples from Agile application implementation in software and IT. Many cases of that, but not in manufacturing and production. So they said, okay, we need help. And then we came there by working with them on some special configurations, coaching project, coaching packages, and they understood to invest also in the capability. We started to train about 40 team leaders as discipline Agile Scrum Masters from analyst to directors level, and directly we started with our coaching team. Here important is also that we only scaled up with a team with 3 international coaches. It's quite easy to hire 99 Scrum Masters to bring them in the organization, but then you disrupt the whole business of them. But they were really in the production of these top products with this budget over $100 million US. Unbelievable. And then we started also the application of the CGI. It's a continuous guided improvement process. It's the 5th step of choose your way of working. And then they saw we have a new wow. We have a new wow for the big projects. Small guidance first also. Don't start with 99 Scrum Masters. Really start, get trained the people, and then the best would be start with coaches, experienced coaches, and we had the luck. Yes, Daniel, our team member here from Canada, from Montreal, he was with me last week in Istanbul. We had a really fantastic time together. Felice is from Italy, one of the most experienced DA guys also in Europe. Myself as project lead and also master coach. Our guys, instructors from Germany, and the fantastic project managers from Whirlpool. Fancy is from China, really experienced in Agile. I can say his team showed the other teams the benchmark in Agile implementation. It was a fantastic experience. With others from Mexico, from the United States, and actually Raphael was my counterpart, and it was one success factor with this coaching project was that I had the counterpart, Raphael, that he managed every coaching session, the coaching event, the scheduling. We had coaching hours. We had some other event formats. We had open coaching hours via different time zones. So every coach was for every team also the coach. And so we were really flexible, and we could work from China, India, North America, South America, and EMEA. Actually, the organizational structure was really challenging. It's a large organization. It's really, they have a strong matrix. Yeah, we heard about matrix organization, but it's actually till now, it's the new normal. We must think about that until today, in the year 2023, we are working, and it's my personal experience and opinion, we are working in 95% of all organizations. We are working in organizational configurations as Frederick Winslow Taylor described it 120 years ago. So it's nothing new. And it's not the Agile organization, or maybe some other new network organizations. We had project leaders on the one side, we had the core teams with the representatives of each area. So we have the multiplicators. We trained before the multiplicators. The team leaders gave this also then to the teams. And one thing I can say, they were really skeptical, really skeptical. Actually, they are production teams. They come from the manufacturing. They said, hey, we are so lean, we are so process optimized. What will you do with your Agile approach? They expected we come there 1 week later, they are faster in working. It's not, we cannot do a miracle or something. Then they understood also the senior management, the middle management, everyone was skeptical. They are all engineers. You have not to tell me how to apply projects. I'm an engineer. The most of our customers, engineers, they did not study it, also project management at university or somewhere. And then they saw really fast the benefit. We worked with them, and then it was really the good start. Challenges, what we had, of course, the very large organization. I expect 4,000 people working in 120 projects. So we had 4 teams, 4 projects, but also the others worked in many other project teams. The international distribution, the portfolio across multiple brands. And here I must say, sometime I thought that an international product, it's more complex than a software or IT project. Why? The refrigerator from this team had get developed regarding the market needs from every country they are selling it. And every market has another regulations, every market had another requirements. Regarding the energy, what it needed, regarding the safety, security, everything. That was quite interesting. So in a really complex organization with complex products, how to help them really then to achieve more business agility. We had the different areas, we had design, engineering, and more. Now you can imagine everyone is connected with the other. The communication channels, the PMPs of you know this. What is the formula to calculate the communication channels? You know this. So you have a lot of interfaces, communication channels, and more, and that made it really complex. The competition also for the prioritization, that was in a really high multitasking area, was a really big challenge. Now let's come to the application itself, to the guided continuous improvement process that we started also with strictly confidential interviews. What does it mean, strictly confidential interviews? We interviewed the teams, we interviewed the project managers, and then we gave them our word that no one of the senior management will see what you answered us. So what was the benefit from this situation? They trusted us. We started directly with a high level of trust. They said us, where are the pain points? Where could we start to work together? And this was really important. Then we saw, okay, what were the main pain points? It was the silos, as everywhere, the prioritization itself, and the resource allocation. Then, of course, we prioritized the pain points. Then we could choose the process goals. The process goals we choose from the DA browser with the teams together. Not the coaches choose the process goals, the teams choose the process goals. What was really interesting, that the teams never had so many responsibility before as with us working together. They had also not the responsibility and the power to decide when a task is done. There was another quality assurer. He had to come, she had to come there to close the task. So we changed a lot really on the operational level to work with them. And they were happy because they got more responsibility. They are the experts, yeah? Not the other ones who assured the quality when the definition of done is there. So they gave us trust. We worked together. We worked in iterations, 4 weeks iterations. We defined with them what to improve next. Yeah? And then after this, and especially it was important for the senior management to measure it. To measure it before, to bring the evidence of the benefit, of course. So management needs also to see with the facts, with the figures, what we can improve with this. Then we implemented with them, they implemented the practices, what they applied, and then, of course, after every iteration, it began from the start. Here we can go deeper in, but not too much. Here you can see we made some open space workshops, also the format, also the experience they made by working with the coaches 100% remotely, in real time on boards, on the whiteboards, in teamwork, with teams from different continents, from different countries. They never saw it before. Why? Because really their production teams, they were not so able to work with this digital boards and collaboration platforms. So that was also a high benefit for them. Then we had the different sessions with the coaches, and on the end, we could choose. And here you can see, this is the architecture also from the Discipline Agile browser. On the end, you choose, or the team choose then the practices what they had to apply. Let's come to the benefits from the different projects, because we have 10 minutes, 12 minutes left. I will show you some benefits what we get. Here you can see what they really invented before they tried out with virtual reality. That was interesting. The prototyping with virtual reality. They really saved a lot of time, because before they had it really in physical, the prototypes. They could work with different teams from different countries on this prototype, on this virtual reality prototype, and they could really saw, okay, the details from this product. On the end, it was a really optimization from the invest to develop the prototypes. It was an improvement of collaborations with the teams they was working on. It was a faster communication. And on the end, they had no product owner. They had value teams. So the teams decided then really what would bring the most value, then also on the end for the stakeholders and on the end for the customer. That's quite important. Further benefits and results we had with the other team. Here we can see the Asia team. It was really funny to work with them together. It was not so easy because of the time shift what we had, but they also were really engaged. Only to start 50 minutes daily meeting using Kanban was for them, brought transparency, brought really the same knowledge base for everyone, and brought them a lot of benefit. They could really work better together with all the team members. We could shorten also the time they needed to communicate maybe new status, new update. The stakeholders' engagement for using of the fast prototypes was also one important benefit. And of course, first things first. Start with the features, start with the task, what brings the most of value. And here we have a short testimonial from Fancy from China. Let's hear what he has to say. Cheers.
Hello everyone, this is Fancy, who is project leader of AD Smart No Profile. From August to now, we worked closely with Daniel and Felix to practice Agile. For me, the most impressive part is about team autonomy, demonstration, and way of work evolving. Today, I'd like to say thank you to Daniel and Felice for your great coach. Very appreciated. And thank you for the project team for your big support on our Agile journey. 谢谢你们。
Yeah, thank you, Fancy. Let's come to the next project we coached. It was the wash and dryer project from North America. Also there, they started first time such a room, working room, working space, project space, whatever you named it, to bring everyone together, to make the work visible. Yeah, that was also from them an invention. Getting things done, migration also on different tools and different methods was important. Touch and feel, the sprint demos in the project rooms where the people come together was also for them a big benefit. Then we have the next project. It was from Armando, also from North America. They started this one with such as a startup environment, also the speed, what they had to work on the task, and then also what was really important, the engineers had to understand just barely good enough. You can imagine that the engineer actually, when you produce something, he will be perfect, 100%, 110%. But here also Pareto counts. 80% is fantastic, actually not on the end, but on the first product or maybe on the minimum viable product. And let's hear what Armando has to say.
Hello, this is Armando, Project Manager for Refrigeration Growth Projects. When we first saw the project charter for our new development, it was obvious that we had to operate differently, more of a startup mindset. So we quickly decided to move this project into a pilot with Discipline Agile methodology, partnering with Alvision, certifying team members, and so far our experience has been great. We had moved execution at a faster pace. We secured early investments, and we're really doing breakthrough engineering work in a way that we have not done before. So really pleased to be part of this experience, and there's a lot of good things we can communicate and we could leverage as an organization as we continue our journey in the Agile methodology. Thank you.
Thank you, Armando. Thank you. Okay, so and actually I see it that the biological clock is ticking. Yeah, so we have only 6 minutes left. So then we will be really in time finished. Actually, we have a last word. It's from Daniel. Daniel, our master coach. He is one of 2 Discipline Agile fellows in the world. One of, after Scott Embler and Mark Lyons, the founders of Discipline Agile, one of the most experienced people in the world. And we are working since a few years together. Fantastic guy. But on the end, I would recommend also for you, DA is about starting where you are. It's not needed to make really a disruptive change. Start with small steps. Start with small steps with some agile practices. If the team is not able to start with agile practices, then if they are good in traditional, let's work them on traditional and then try to implement maybe step by step some agile methods and instruments. That's the beginning of every agile transformation journey. It's not needed to change everything with Scrum, Kanban, or something else. We have about 100 agile approaches, Kanban, Spotify, Nexus, less, more and more. Yeah? Important is, of course, also the mindset and the culture. What is really important to understand and to trust that every step in the more agile world brings you the benefit. You must measure it. That's why it's named Disciplined Agile. It needs a lot of discipline to apply everything what is needed. But on the end, we have the really the good results and the benefits. So here, actually, I will give you some minutes with Daniel. That's what he recommends. he could not be here, and that's a pity. I must come here to Bulgaria, so I'm so happy that I have to carry this weight on my shoulders to come here. We could not bring everyone here, but here is Daniel and a short clip with recommendation.
Hello, I'm Daniel Gagnon, DA coach and DA fellow. And I just want to talk to you very briefly about how to get started with DA. So the first thing you need to understand about DA, I think we've said it enough, but it's not a framework. So it's not something you deploy or roll out or implement. That would be a mistake. It is not a sudden, wholly transformative from outside towards inside. Rather, it is a continuous evolution that you're going to start from the inside out. In other words, you're going to work with your existing culture and start from exactly where you are. And you needn't try to boil the ocean in one go either. So what I typically recommend and what I've seen work basically is find yourself a small group of truly engaged stakeholders within the organization that you can work with. This includes senior leadership on the business side of things, governance, and maybe a PMO, some IT folks, and whoever else you need to get a few small experiments up and running. What I mean by small experiments are basically overarching multifunctional teams that cut across organizational divides, cut across the silos, and you choose a couple of these initiatives, endeavors, projects, products, doesn't matter, to start evolving your ways of working together. And you experiment, you try things, you keep your options open. DA is all about options. Options are the currency of anti-fragility and resilience. Knowing your options and knowing what your options are the crux of what these experiments are about. So slowly start doing that. You will learn what works, you will learn what doesn't work. And slowly but sure, you can expand from there. You can move the experimental mindset out to more and more parts of the organization until pretty much everyone in the organization has had a chance to try it. And basically at that point, you've reached a point where you're just going to continue evolving on a journey of what DA calls guided continuous improvement. The guided part is where the DA toolkit comes in and helps you basically choose from the various options that are at your disposal. So again, don't try to boil the ocean at once. Don't think it has to be a heavy top-down heavy transformation. McKinsey has numbers on those. 70% of those fail. So it behooves us to be in the 30% that work. And the way to do that is to respect your culture, go slowly, and work with everyone.
Yeah, Daniel, thank you. And actually, the next steps, we started with Agile leadership trainings with the well-put senior management, directors level, with fantastic results. They had in few days, they had a mindset change, what they never saw before, and they could say only, what to do and what is it? Wow, that's important. Actually, we will continue now with 20 worldwide projects, and actually, here I'm there at the end. And be aware, Agile transformation is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a never-ending, evolving development of your organization, of your people. That's important. And thank you very much. Thank you, team, and everyone who participated on this project and made the success. You know what it means, team, T-E-A-M, together, everyone achieves more. So thank you very much, and I'm also here. We have some minutes maybe for one or two questions, I don't know. One question, okay. I'm here the whole day. You can ask me everything you want. So actually, one question, and let's go. Is there a question? If not, I think then we have to make the break, the bio break, the coffee break, whatever is needed. So then let's talk later together. Thank you very much, everyone, for the attention. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are enjoying a really fresh audience, of course, today, and we would like you to stay in this way. We invite you to go grab a cup of coffee now. So,
Yes,
Elena?
see you exactly 15 minutes after 11. Do not be late if you don't want to miss our next surprises. For those of you who are more healthy oriented and don't like to drink a coffee, you can use the terrace where our partners from Pools Fitness and Spa are prepared some activities for you. So, coffee or fitness, up to you. Enjoy it.
that's really nice. Yeah, fitness on the terrace. Good.
Yes.
Okay, see you soon.